Good morning. So today it's the 21st day of speaking practice, and today I'm going to read something from 101 essays. It's 18 little reminders for anyone who feels like they don't know what they are doing with their life. So we'll go with 4 or 5 reminders, not 18 reminders, because it will be a very big video then. So I'll start. The one reminder that everybody should do, I'll say I would do. Nobody knows what they are doing with their lives. Some people have a better idea of what they are working toward, but ultimately, none of us can accurately anticipate or summarize what our existence is about. Not yet. You decide what your life is defined by. The feeling of being lost isn't what happens when you go off path, it's when you forfeit control. It's what happens when you don't want to accept the course of events that have unfolded. Being found again is a matter of owning what happened to you and continuing to write that story. J.K. Rowling didn't know she was going to be one of the most famous writers in the world. She was just writing a story for her kids. Steve Jobs didn't know he would be a pioneer of how humanity interacts with technology. He was just a guy in his garage making a computer. Oprah didn't know she would become the poster woman for self improvement and success. She was just trying to do a job. You don't need to know what you're doing to still do something extraordinary. I will read it again. You don't need to know what you are doing to still do something extraordinary. There is no way you will be able to predict or plan what will be happening in 5 years from now. There is no way. You can decide, you can think about it, you can vision your life like that, but you don't know what will happen and you cannot predict it. If you can predict and plan for that, dream bigger, try harder. Planning your life isn't necessarily ambition, it's more just a soothing notion. Focus instead of what you want to do with each and every day of your existence. That's noble, that's worthwhile, that will get you somewhere. You owe nothing to your younger self. You are not responsible for being the person you once thought you would be. That's really good. That's really liberating to hear. You owe everything to the adult you are today. You owe it to yourself to ask yourself what you like, what you want, what calls you, what you need, and what you deserve. Do you know why you don't have the things you once thought you wanted? Because you don't want them anymore, not badly enough. It's likely that you are between realizing you don't want what you once did and giving yourself permission to what you want now. I'll read it again. It's likely that you are between realizing you don't want what you once did and giving yourself permission to want what you want now. Yes. We are mostly in the loop of things that because I wanted this in my childhood, because I wanted to travel in my childhood, because I wanted to be a pilot in my childhood, so I owe it to myself that I do it now, and I get myself criticized by myself only that why am I not doing that. I was thinking about it a lot, but do I really want it now at this stage, at this particular point of time? If no, not, then what do I want now? I should think in that way, that what do I want at this stage of my life, and I should give myself permission that okay, you can think like that also. You are not sabotaging a relationship with your younger self because she has gone. Now what you have is now this self you have right now. So yes, give herself some respect. Yes, and I will give yourself permission to want what you want now. If you want to change your life, stop thinking about how you feel lost and start coming up with actions you can take that move you in a direction, any direction that's positive. It's a lot harder to think your way into a new way of acting than it is to act your way into a new way of thinking. I'll read it again. It's a lot harder to think your way into a new way of acting than it is to act your way into a new way of thinking. Nobody's life is as good as it looks online. Nobody cares about your social media presence as much as you do because they are thinking about themselves. That's why. Social media has uniquely and distinctly made us ever more connected with the next big goal. If you feel like you don't know where your life is going, it's likely because you don't know what you want your big next impressive goal to be. You don't need to accomplish anything to be a worthwhile human being. Very few people are actually meant to be extraordinary. That does not mean you cannot know contentment, love, joy, and all the real wonders of life. Your life is only ever as good as your perception of it is. Feeling lost or like you don't know what you are doing is only solved by learning to think about things differently. That's all. I will read it again. Feeling lost or like you don't know what you are doing is only solved by learning to think about things differently. That's all. Stop asking, what am I doing with my life? And start asking, what am I going to do today? So I wanted to read just 4 or 5 excerpts, but I think all the points that mentioned by the author were really important. So I read the whole chapter today, and it's really interesting when you read about those things, and when you're beating yourself up about what you're doing with your life, just think that what am I going to do today? That's what is important. I don't know what is happening tomorrow. I don't know what is happening day after tomorrow, but I can say that what am I doing today? I can plan it like that, and that's how you go about things. Bye.